Hello YouTube, this is Juan Garcia. Turn the computer over. I'm here to talk about Ray Kurzweil again. I've spoken about him previously as being the false prophet, his connection to the possible image of the beast, holograms, and artificial intelligence. And today I'm going to talk about a specific news article that I read today, which I'll put the link to after. And it's Ray Kurzweil says he's breathing intelligence into Google search, and I thought the title of this, the title and the information in this article were very prophetically significant. Showed a lot of signs of future ideas and aspects. And I'll reread that for you. Ray Kurzweil says he's breathing intelligence into Google search. We know that the false prophet is given the ability to breathe life into the image of the beast, breathing intelligence. I would say parallels breathing life. So, again, I want to explain further when the Bible says that the false prophet is given power. It's all under God's plan. He knows what's going on. Man is never above God. When he gives, this is a one-time thing, and it's allowing the false prophet and for the beast and all those that worship and follow them to fill up the cup of their transgression. Fill it to the brim. So we're gonna talk about this article. I'm gonna read some of it to you today, and maybe you can see this. I don't know how. I'm not sure if you can. The article's on another computer there. It's an old desktop, my little brother's old desktop. So, alright, I'll read the article. It says, inventor and futurist Ray Kurzweil says work is underway at Google to apply his theory of intelligence to understanding online information. So, right now, he's breathing in intelligence into Google search. He's going to change how Google search functions. But I'm not saying Google is the image of the beast. I'm saying that Ray Kurzweil developing this technology and breathing intelligence into Google search is a predecessor or a foreshadowing of what he might be doing for the image of a beast. The hologram of the Antichrist, or or an AI. I want to say most likely a hologram that is backed up to a network of computers. Right. But at the bare minimum, if it's not Ray Kurzweil, it's a false prophet. I think the false prophet will use his technology or his technological achievements. But I think there's a strong case for Ray Kurzweil being the false prophet due to his beliefs of science. His due to his whole singularity belief system, which he believes will lead to eternity, human eternity, and yeah, I think that makes him a very special contender for being the false prophet. So I'll read some of the article. The big announcements at Google's I/O event in San Francisco Wednesday didn't mention web search, the technology that got the company started and made it so successful. But in a small session later that day, the inventor and futurist Ray Kurzweil talked confidently about making Google's current search technologically obsolete. Kurzweil joined the company 18 months ago to lead a project aimed at creating a software capable of understanding text as well as humans can. Yesterday, he told the audience that progress on this effort was good and that it would result in an entirely new way to search the web and manage information. So he's trying to in this project, he's aiming at creating software capable of understanding text as well as humans can. Wow. He says you would interact with it like you would a human assistant. It would be possible to ask a question of the software just as you would if talking to another person, he said. You could trust that it would return a fully reasoned answer, not just a list of links as Google's search engine does today. Such a virtual assistant might also take the initiative, Kurzweil said, coming forward when new information has appeared that was related to an earlier query or conversation. So it's going to remember the things you searched, and it's going to be like, hey, there's some new news on this or on this topic that you asked about previously that you might find significant. Kurzweil said the technology will eventually be as widely used as Google's current search system, and its scope will extend beyond text documents. He also predicted that specialized chips designed to implement key parts of the information processing involved would make the technology cheaper to deploy. Kurzweil gave few details of how the software would work, but said it was based on the theory of intelligence expounded in his 2012 book, How to Create a Mind. Then he goes on to explain how he believes our brains work and how these machines would work. It says like I'm skipping around and skimming. All right, It says that the article says Google's current search technology is able to understand only the lower levels of the hierarchy, brain hierarchy that understands processes information, such as synonyms for individual words. Says Kurzweil, it can't synthesize that low-level knowledge and build it up understanding of higher-level concepts. The idea of building intelligent software that looks for successive levels of patterns in data isn't exclusive to Ray Kurzweil. He said his group is using a technique known as hierarchical hidden Markov models in use for over a decade. Yet no one has created software that can construct complex knowledge or understanding from simple building blocks. That so far has eluded the AI field, artificial intelligence field. We have a model that I believe will solve this key problem of being able to add to the hierarchy automatically. Kurzweil's claims about human intelligence and neocortex are somewhat controversial. Some people think he's wrong. Scientists. And this is the last part of it's important. I'm glad I put this. Okay, Kurzweil even gave a qualified yes when he asked if systems built the way. I'm going to have to read a paragraph before so we can both understand this. It says, Kurzweil said Wednesday that his ideas were backed by evidence and talked of using them to create software with faculties not far removed from those of humans. He has estimated that to functionally emulate the human brain, a computer would need to perform around 100 trillion calculations per second. It would be hard to provide that to a billion users. Kurzweil even gave a qualified yes when he asked if systems built that way might ever become conscious. Whether or not an entity has consciousness is not a scientific question because there is no falsifiable experiment you could run. People will disagree. My leap of faith is that if an entity seems conscious and seems to be having the experience it claims, then it is conscious. I'm running out of time.